Welcome back, guys, to another video, Thryve Empire. Today, we are going to be putting money into perspective. There's a lot of money to go around. What money is it is a middleman for trading goods and services. So that's probably not even important. We're just gonna get straight into it. The average household in the US makes $70,000 a year. Now, you might be thinking that's a lot of money, depending who you are. Maybe you're 16, 18 watching this video. Maybe you make minimum wage. Maybe you make $30,000 a year, $40,000 a year, and you're thinking $70,000, that is a lot of money, yeah. Right?
Depending on where you're at, yeah, for sure.
Well, guess what? That's the average household income. We're talking a mom, a dad, 2 kids, right? $70,000 might be nice if it was you on your own, but that's not how it is. The average personal income is $40,000, $50,000. It's household income. Let's put this into perspective. What does the top 10% make?
Now that top 10%, they're making about $190,000 a year.
$190,000 a year.
So you go from the average being what, 70 per household, and then it goes, that top 10% is gonna be 191,000.
What does that mean? That means if you're walking down the street and you see 10 people, on average, one of them is making more than double what you're making.
You fat, you stink, and you ugly, and you broke.
And you're probably not even making the average. That's for a household income.
And you're okay with it. Or are you?
After this video, you guys should not be okay with it anymore. You guys need to strive and make as much money as you can because there is trillions of dollars to go around.
And if you keep watching us, you don't have to be okay with it anymore. You can start hopping on the wave of infinite wealth.
So money in perspective. I don't know how much you make. Most people watching this video on their own, they're probably making less than $70,000 a year. But if you were making the average income, $70,000, you'd be getting charged 22% on your taxes. 22%.
Thanks, Biden.
Fuck.
That's horrible. That being said, you're making your 70,000.
Yep.
What is that afterwards really only coming back with 55,000?
Yeah.
50,000. So no matter what you're making, always remember that you're gonna get smacked by the government, smacked by it. And that 22%, that kind of tax bracket's anywhere if you're making from 40,000 to about 80,000. So if you're in that notion, you're gonna be, smacked 22%. And if you're more, it's higher. Tax the rich, they say. They're all mad because they're broke.
Yeah, and after that 22% of your average 70,000, you're only bringing home about 1,000 a week.
Yeah.
Now some of you might be saying, well, maybe I only bring 500 home a week. Yeah, well, do you have kids? Do you have a wife? Maybe you do, and there's a lot of money to go around. But if the average is 70,000 and you're only bringing home 1,000 a week after tax, and that's before your bills, that's before your food, that's before insurance.
Everything goes wrong, car, bills, everything.
Your 401k, you haven't even paid that yet. That comes out of your paycheck, so you're even getting less than that. Your insurance comes out of your paycheck, so maybe you're only bringing 800 home a week at that point.
Remember, 70K for one person, okay, you can deal with that. That's okay. You can live with that for sure. Raising a family with at least 2 kids, a wife, 70,000, it'll cover it. But when shit goes wrong, you're gonna have expenses that you're not ready for.
Yeah.
Which is why would you make 70,000 when you can be making 700,000? Like us.
Soon.
Stay tuned.
The top 1% makes $650,000 a year. We're talking almost 10 times what the average person makes. Now, what's important and what's most important that we want to talk to you about is 79% of all millionaires are self-made.
Yeah.
They're self-made. So what is your excuse?
The kind of concept behind that, the myth behind that is that a lot of millionaires, well, they just inherited it. Their dad was rich, they're rich. Myth. That's not right. That's not correct. Like we said, almost 80% of all millionaires were self-made, which means, they created the business, they developed this, they met these people and created whatever it was. They did it themselves. It wasn't anybody else. It wasn't their family. It wasn't their friends. They do it themselves. If they can do it, we're gonna do it. You're gonna do it.
You can do it.
You will do it.
But the problem is, most people don't want it bad enough.
No.
They want it, but they have these false ideas that, the only way I can become a millionaire is if I had parents that gave me money. The only way I can become a millionaire is if I have some great idea to make an invention. Guess what? Most millionaires are probably in the service industry.
Yeah.
They're probably starting easy businesses like we've talked about in our other videos that you can get started within a month. Go check out our 7 businesses that you could start to make $5,000 a month easily. Link down in the description if you guys want to check it out. Give you some great knowledge, some great insights on different businesses
It's a gold
you can start. It's a gold mine. You should really check it out because special video at the end of that video telling you how you can make $10,000 a month easily.
Real stuff.
Money in perspective. Now we've talked about 10%. We've talked about the top 1%.
Yeah.
Now what about the people that are making way more money than that? Let's talk about JayZ. One specific thing. A lot of people were complaining about a year ago, 2 years ago maybe. JayZ went out and spent $91,000 at the bar and gave an $11,000 tip in one night. A couple hours, he spent $103,000.
You're probably thinking, holy crap.
Yeah.
He just spent more than I make a year in one night.
In a few hours.
Getting drunk with all his buddies.
And people were very upset at this because they were like, oh, you could spend this money doing something better. Well, guess what? These rich people are donating more money than you're gonna make in your life.
Yep.
Most of them.
JayZ is a billionaire.
Yeah.
Not millionaire, he's a billionaire.
So doing the math, they found out that JayZ spending $103,000 in one single night in a couple hours is equivalent to the person making the average $70,000 buying a bagel.
Think about that. That's crazy.
You spending $2 on a bagel is no different than JayZ spending $103,000 in a night out when it compares to how much money he has.
When you have that kind of money, he's probably making more money on interest than that.
And JayZ did not have rich parents.
You know where he's from? I don't know where he's
I
from.
don't know, but
Wait, where's probably New York, right? I mean, he's from Brooklyn. He's from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
He's from Brooklyn. He's from New York. He was not born in riches. He did it all himself. He created his record label, whatever the hell he did. To be honest, I couldn't even tell you. All I know is that he is a billionaire.
money.
He's got bands and he's doing something right. And he didn't come, all that matters is that he came from nothing into something. He is the Big Bang. Be the Big Bang. Go from nothing to something. Just because you're from not a whole bunch of wealth, your parents weren't wealthy, your family's not wealthy, maybe they're not healthy, unhealthy and unwealthy, be the outsider. Step outside of your box. You've been kind of bred into, thinking that you're gonna be stuck. Get outside. I mean, you're delusional in this box, thinking that it's impossible to make this kind of money. Remember, he's spending $100,000 a night, and it's equivalent to him buying a bagel.
and it's all self-made.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like we said, 79% of millionaires are self-made. What does
Nothing
that mean?
to something.
Yeah, that means that 80% of millionaires are normal people just like you. Only 20% are those people you think about, man, they just got lucky. This had a leg up on me. They had some rich parents. 20% of them are that.
He had it easy.
Yeah, there are some people that are like that, but most of them did it on their own. And you're sitting there making excuses for why you can't do it because you think that everybody else is just getting money from their parents. It's not true.
You gotta believe in yourself. Those guys that are millionaires, they believe in themselves. Those 8 out of 10 who actually created it themselves, who created and manifested it and made it happen.
All we're saying, guys, is there's a lot of money to be made out there. You really have to put it into perspective. Take how much you're making right now and then figure out a number of what you want to make in the future. Let's say you make $30,000, $40,000 now. You get paid, what did we get? $24 an hour at the warehouse. $35,000 a year? Yeah, $24 an hour is like $30,000, $40,000 a year. You need to figure out how much money you're making now and make a plan to at least double it in the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, observe it, analyze it, put it in perspective.
Yep.
Realize that it's possible.
If you can double your income, just double it. Every 3 to 4 years with a solid plan, you could be in the top 10%
Easily.
in maybe 10 years.
Easily.
And that's doing it slowly. Some people make a plan and they're in the top 10% in 2 years.
Right.
But if you just want to take it slow,
And build
double
an
your
empire.
empire, check out our merch, then you need to have a plan because great things don't happen without a plan.
Nope. Step outside of your box. Stop being delusional. This is very possible.
Make sure you guys go and get after it. Spend another video with Thryve Empire. Like, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button because we have content that you need.
It's a gold mine. Our channel is a gold mine. Check it out. We got some good stuff to say. Young fellas making it happen. Sexy entrepreneurs.
Thrive on, guys.
Yo, ugly, fat, stinking, ugly.